welcome. John here, TFKnowlsy. Yes, I'm here for another TFNation related video. So people are starting to really get into this whole TFNation thing at the moment. I'm really excited, as many of you as well are. I've decided to make yet another questions video. Tony uploaded his questions video a few hours ago. I have actually been thinking about making a follow-up myself, so it is literally a coincidence that Tony's uploaded his as well. I mean, to be honest, like I say, we're 2 weeks away. Well, it's officially 2 weeks today that me, Tony and Sam set off to TFNation. So again, I'm going to do a further few questions. Now, these are completely off the top of my head. I've not really planned these ones. The ones that I did before, I actually did put a bit of thought into them to try and ask things that haven't been asked before. And plus, obviously, I think it was a bit of a triumph for me that I actually got some responses on my last questions video, and I got some nice comments because people thought I did some good comments. And people actually really liked it because it got their brains working and really got them to think. And I'm really happy that that was hopefully the goal. That was the goal I was hoping for. Anyway, let's get into this. So, like I said, I'm only going to do 4 questions this time. I did 5 last time, so I'm going to do 4 now. Just to follow up an extra 4 questions. So, question number 1. Who would you like to see as in a writer that has obviously been, has done work on Transformers, whether for the cartoon show, for any of the animated series since G1, or obviously like screenwriters, things like that, or comic books, anything that's a writer. Who would you like to see that hasn't been to TFNation? So my answer to that for me, it would be Flint Dille. Flint Dille has to be, because obviously he's a screenwriter, but he also was heavily involved in the Transformers 86 movie, pretty much, I don't know if it most or maybe all of G1. And his name is on a lot of other stuff within the Transformers stuff, but he's not just done Transformers, he's done other stuff, because he's television. He's a screenwriter, so he's done screenwriting and stuff like that for a lot of things. But he's really noticeable for his Transformers. Question number 2. This is just a bit of a question. This question isn't a serious one, it's just a bit of fun. It's just a fun one to kind of maybe, because in the past I've been to quite a few conventions. And obviously I'm relating to mainly past art assemblies and obviously now TFNation. What is the thing, this is a question, so what is the thing that gets you through a convention for the past conventions you've been to, art assembly or TFN related? What is the thing that has really got you through, that has, made you, helped you survive the convention? For me, the answer to that one for me, it's kind of a couple of things really. It kind of depends of where my mindset is when I first get there, because usually I usually panic a lot. I have pretty much a big anxiety problem literally the morning of setting off when I get to the coach, because I'm constantly thinking to myself, have I packed this? Have I remembered that? But then obviously we stop at services on halfway there for about half an hour, no, about nearly an hour, I think, 45 minutes. So it's enough time for us to kind of refuel, stretch our legs, and, so on and so forth. But once we're at the convention, once we're booked in, once we've done our bags and everything, there was one time where I kind of flaked out. I got there, said hello to a few people, booked in my room. This was back at auto assembly, it was my second or third auto assembly. I remember literally getting into the hotel bar area, and I just felt incredibly dead, just dead. I had no energy, I was completely sapped, I had a really horrible headache, I just felt like I was going to die. I know that sounds incredibly dramatic, but I did feel like I was going to probably pass out and not wake up again. A few people said, "You look dreadful, mate." I honestly, apparently people said that I looked horrible, as if I'd seen a ghost. I'd literally pale. So I took it upon myself to kind of just go up to the room, put my stuff in the room, and I ended up flaking out for about 4 hours on the bed. I went to sleep, and I went to sleep for a good 4 hours, and then afterwards I felt brilliant. So that was a bit of like what you call a power nap, really, kind of like a good 3 or 4 hour nap, and I felt great for the rest of the weekend. And then I felt shit when I got home, because everybody feels shit when they come home. But that's one thing that helps me through. It depends how I feel, but a power nap is always a good idea. Another thing I would say is Subway. Subway is the king. Yes, we have, the breakfast at the Hilton is a legendary thing. That does help you through, definitely. But in between your breakfast and maybe having a meal in the evening, you still have to eat something, because you're constantly moving, you're constantly on the move, you're constantly on your feet. So usually I like to just take a nice little walk through the NEC, and I go to the Subway in the NEC, and I usually get myself either a small one or a foot long, and I just sit there and eat that, and that helps me in between breakfast and my evening meal. Question number 3 is mainly related to stuff within the bar area, and it's usually what happens on the evenings. Now, usually a lot of this really is mainly on a Saturday, but it kind of depends how people feel. Usually it's either on a Friday evening or the Saturday evening. So this is question number 3. So, what do you like to play game-wise at TFNation? So, have you been involved in any games? Any sort of games? Has someone brought a game along and you sat there with them and played it for a few hours? What have you played in the past, or do you bring something yourself? What do you like to bring, or what do you like to play at TFNation, or from what you can remember? Personally, my answer to that one would be, I love to play Cards Against Humanity. I know people will be like, "Oh, it's getting a bit old now." People bring it all the time, but I love it. I mean, I've only played it twice. And last but not least, question number 4 is a pretty straightforward question, one answer question, or if you want to add a couple of extra options, then you are welcome. Out of all the things that are scheduled, out the schedule throughout the whole thing, okay, it officially starts on the Friday, but then obviously the doors open to buy toys on a Saturday, and obviously on Sunday, and obviously it ends on the Sunday from 5 o'clock. But in that time, from Friday to Sunday, what is it? What do you? So this is a question. So what do you most look forward to in regards to the TFNation schedule? Personally, I am going to use a couple of possibilities in here. I mean, like I say, it is just a one answer question, but like I said, you can add a couple of extras if you wish. But I'm going to add 2 ideas to this. The additional thing I really like to check out, I really look forward to checking out the voice actor panels. I always really look forward to checking out voice actor panels, because it's something I would love to maybe see about doing myself, but I always like to kind of get a bit of insight from all the actors that I managed to see and meet. The official thing that I always look forward to is none other than ClubCon. I always look forward to ClubCon on the Saturday evening, especially this year because obviously Stan Bush. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to this year for the concert after ClubCon. But I'm not talking about Stan Bush here. I'm talking about in the past and previous conventions that I've been to. The official answer to this question is I always really look forward to ClubCon, because to be honest, I think a lot of people do, because ClubCon's a bit fun. Obviously, you got the cosplay contest. but I always look forward to the script reading. I always look forward to the script reading, and obviously, all that, and then obviously moving to the bar and more shenanigans that goes on. But yeah, I mean, this year I am really looking forward to ClubCon and obviously the concert afterwards. But I've always really enjoyed ClubCon, mainly for the script reading and things like that. But thank you very much to everybody. You know who you are. I'm not going to name names because it's not really fair on people that maybe haven't had time to respond. But you know who you are that have responded already to my previous questions video. So thank you very much for taking the time out to send me or to post up a video of your answers to my previous questions. So thank you very much. So those of you that are travelling down and will be there in 2 weeks, I will see you very soon. I can't wait. So thank you again. Rock on, baby.